they've done their work, and they have put together a nice reception. So let's give them a hand as well. Thank you. Okay, I got two more. I promise this is it. Our Kailua SDA it's only been a few days today. All right. Our Kailua Seventh-day Adventist audiovisual team is up there. Kainoa and Eddie have volunteered their time. Mostly, and someone else who's being pointed at, and Caleb, yes, running the live stream up there. So thank you for all of you who have done that. And last but not least, the programs printed on fancy paper and designed by Jocelyn Alborg. Well, let's give her a hand. She's put in a lot of volunteer work this week as well. Thank you, Jocelyn. All right, well, Casey Williams has also put in a lot of work helping decorate as well. So thank you, Casey. Yes, thank you, Casey. Thank you. All right. Let's start the show with our 7th grade prelude. All right.
Take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world.
Good evening, friends and family. Thank you for being here on this special occasion. I'm Jax, as well as the class pastor of our 8th grade class, and I have the pleasure of presenting the 8th grade class verse. Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through him who strengthens me. This verse is a good reminder that whatever we face, we are not alone, and that we can get through anything with him. As we face the next step of our journey, he's strengthening us along the way. Please bow your heads for prayer. Dear God, thank you for our friends and family and all those who support us. Thank you for giving us the strength to get to this point in our lives. We know that you will continue to be with us as we face new challenges. Be with us tonight as we celebrate this milestone. Thank you for everything you've done for us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Good evening, President Eric Vandenberg, Superintendent Mickey Nelson, Principal Mr. Tate, staff, friends, and family, and welcome to the Hawaiian Mission Academy Windward Campus 8th grade class of 2025 graduation. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming today. I think it's safe to say that this 8th grade year has been an amazing one. Through awesome Kahoots, never-ending math tests, tips from Grammarly, just kidding, we know our punctuation, endless program practices, and Mr. Tate's grok assignments, if you know, you know, we made it to the end of the year. Whether it was all that can sorting or all of the times we were pushed to work harder, we have grown immensely since the beginning of this journey. We have our beloved teachers to thank for much of that growth. Mrs. Scott, thank you for your kindness. No matter the day we were having, we could always count on you to cheer us up, show us encouragement, or simply give us a hug. Since my 2nd grade year when you joined our school, you have always been a safe and comforting space to be in. Mr. Tate, thank you for always giving us a push. We struggled in the moment, but those times when you encouraged us to work harder helped us grow so much more in the end. Also, your random dad jokes always made our day. Mr. Tate, I got one for you. Yes. When Chuck Norris graduated, the tassel didn't turn, the earth rotated. Mrs. Browning, anyone could see how much you love your students. The hard work you put into each of them shows up every day as they interact with one another. Last but definitely not least, Auntie Miley. You truly are the backbone of our school. I know people say that a lot, but it's for good reason. With you, we are organized, our parents are notified, and let's be honest, our school actually runs. Thank you for your dedication. Having good teachers at a young age is so important, and I don't think the school could have chosen better or more loving ones than all of you. Perhaps I think I've learned the most lessons from my fellow classmates. Allie, you have reminded me of the importance of listening. It may be subtle, but your ability and willingness to be an open ear will carry you far, even when you get bored. Sophia, through you, I have learned what support really is. Whether I feel down or happy, you're always there to lean on. Jax, you have taught me to make the best of any situation. Despite being the only boy in the class, you're always happy to tag along and have fun with anyone. And finally, Danica, you have taught me that you can have fun wherever you are. Your contagious energy never fails to turn a boring car ride or a monotonous moment into a memory of laughter. Thank you for teaching me these lessons, class of 2025. You all are amazing friends, awesome classmates, and not to mention, responsible older siblings. Our class motto is, "You will get there, but right now you are here, and here is wonderful." As cheesy as that quote may sound, it has a lot of truth to it. We know we can get there. We'll put in the work, we know God has a plan, and as Mr. Tate says, we can have pride in what we do. Right now is only the beginning of our journey. We have so much more to come. Of course, we're all so excited for those moments when we get our driver's license, graduate high school, or see what colleges we get into. But what about right now? What about here? Striving for the future and believing in ourselves to live up to our potential are both things we should focus on, as well as implement into our lives. However, We must never forget what is right in front of us in this exact moment. The present is a powerful time that is often overlooked. Here, we have blessings, opportunities, celebrations, and lessons that can only be experienced right now. So, class of 2025, as 8th grade, middle school, and this chapter come to an end, we can trust God as well as ourselves that we will get there, wherever that may be. But we must also enjoy right now, and we must always appreciate here. Thank you.
I would like to dedicate this song to my parents and God. When I am a wasteland, you are the water. When I am a winter, you are the river that turns. When I am a long night, you are the sunrise. When I am a desert, you are the river that turns to find me. What have I done to deserve love like this? What have I done to deserve love like this?
Over the year, we have done fundraisers like car washes, babysitting, recycling cans and bottles, hot lunches, hot chocolate and cookies, the 8th grade store, and we painted a fence. My personal favorites were babysitting and painting the fence. Overall, we have raised $8,127.72, plus some change. With the money we earned, we were able to go on our 8th grade trip to Kauai and go ziplining, mountain tubing, and take a boat ride along the Na Pali coast. As a class, we have worked hard so we could play hard. Our class gifts to the school are the store carts, money boxes, this gold arch for events, and a new volleyball net to put in the field. We are also giving the staff an Aloha collection bag each. Thank you to all of our teachers for teaching us, mentoring us, and supporting us throughout the years. We also have a small gift for Casey Williams and Melanie Ramirez for supporting our class in big ways, from the Christmas program to May Day to planning and decorating graduation, and so much more.
Hi, I'm Danica Klein. My friends call me Danny, and I am honored to be the 8th grade class historian and vice president of 2025. And this is Allie, our class emotional support, the most important role of all. When we first walked through these doors and someone told us we would have to survive many pop quizzes, awkward presentations, chaotic group projects, and even a global pandemic, we probably would have laughed. Somehow, through all the late nights, Zoom calls, inside jokes, and challenges we never saw coming, we made it. And now, I get to tell the story of how we got here and the world around us that influenced our time together.
In 2014 and 2015, Ella joined pre-K here, heading towards the direction of success, unlike the band One Direction, which unfortunately broke up the same year. With Miss Weena guiding her, she was truly set to be great.
In 2016, the year Pokemon Go came out, Ella stayed here for kindergarten, ready to go with Miss Kim as her teacher.
Ella was now in 1st grade. As Prince Harry and Meghan Markle became engaged, Ella was ready to engage in 2017 in her 1st grade year with Mrs. Patricia.
In the year 2018, Crazy Rich Asians came out. Now together, Sophia and I join Ella in not riches, but friendship at this school for 2nd grade. Miss Patricio stays with us for another year.
The greatest teacher failure is. Baby Yoda was on the rise in 2019, and we were no longer babies. Jax joined us with Mrs. McCauley as our 3rd grade teacher.
In 2020, when Among Us became popular, Ella seemed sus for leaving us. We missed Ella that year as she left for homeschooling. Miss Kim moved up to teach us in 4th grade.
The Friends reunion occurred in 2021. This is the year we reunited with Ella. Mrs. Ramirez was our homeroom teacher in 5th grade.
In 2022, we soared to new heights as Top Gun Maverick came out. We were being taught by Mr. Hildy for a 6th grade year.
Barbie, the well-known doll, turned into a movie in the year 2023, our 7th grade year. While life is no dream house, we gained new depth and knowledge with Mr. Tate and Mrs. Scott leading.
This year, starting fall of 2024, Allie joined our class, the year Wicked came out. We haven't yet mastered defying gravity, but we have mastered all of the required elementary standards and more. While every year has had its special moments, this year has had many unique experiences, including working as a class to fundraise, enjoying our banquet with Kalama Iki, Academy Days at HMA, lunch day with Mr. Ramirez, ditch day with Maddie at an escape room, and food distribution center with Lexi, and overall, just ruling the school. I would like to thank my classmates for an epic year to top off all the years we spent together. Okay, go.
School bag in hand, she leaves home in the early morning, waving goodbye with an absent-minded smile. I watch her go with a surge of that well-known sadness, and I have to sit down for a while. School bag in hand, she leaves home in the early morning, waving goodbye with an absent-minded smile. I watch her go with a surge of that well-known sadness, and I have to sit down for a while. The feeling that I'm losing her forever, and without really entering her world, I'm glad whenever I can share her laughter, that funny little girl. Slipping through my fingers all the time, I try to capture every minute, the feeling in it, slipping through my fingers all the time. Do I really see what's in her mind? Each time I think I'm close to knowing, she keeps on growing, slipping through my fingers all the time. Sleep in our eyes, her and me at the breakfast table, barely awake, I let precious time go by. Then when she's gone, there's that odd melancholy feeling and the sense of guilt I can't deny. What happened to those wonderful adventures, the places I had planned for us to go? Some of that we did, but most we didn't, and why I just don't know. Slipping through my fingers all the time, I try to capture every minute, the feeling in it, slipping through my fingers all the time. Do I really see what's in her mind? Each time I think I'm close to knowing, she keeps on growing, slipping through my fingers all the time. Sometimes I wish that I could freeze the picture and save it from the funny tricks of time, slipping through my fingers. School bag in hand, she leaves home in the early morning, waving goodbye with an absent-minded smile.
This is the moment, it's on the line. Which way you gonna fall? In the middle, between wrong and right. But you know after all, it's your life, what you gonna do? The world is watching you. Every day the choices you make say what you Are you who you always said you would be? With a sinking feeling in your chest, always waiting on someone else to fix you. Tell me, when did you forget? It's your life, what you gonna do? The world is watching you every day. The choices you make say what you are and who your heart beats for. It's an open door to live the way that you believe. This is your opportunity to let your life be one that lies away. It's your life, what you gonna do? The world is watching you every day. The choices you make say what you are and who your heart beats for. It's an open door. It's your life, what you gonna do? The world is watching you every day. The choices you make say what you are and who your heart beats for. It's an open door. It's your life. It's your life.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's the night. Let's live it up. I got my money. Let's spin it up. Go out and smash it. Like, oh my God. Jump out that sofa. Let's get on.
I know that we'll have a ball if we get down and go out and just lose it all. I feel stressed out, I wanna let it go. Let's go way out, spaced out and losing all control.
Fill up my cup. Mazel tov. Look at her dancing. Just take it off. Let's paint the town. We'll shut it down. Let's burn the roof.
And then we'll do it again.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Right. I have the privilege of introducing Miss Melanie Ramirez. She spent a year as the intern task force youth pastor at one of our constituent churches, Kailua SDA. She came regularly and did Bible studies in chapels at our school. The following year, she was our homeroom teacher in 5th grade, teaching science, Bible, and history to grades 2 through 8. And has since been there for us, helping us with events, supporting us, taking us on field trips, and doing community service. She comes to school performances, and she helped us get ready before May Day. Earlier this month, she took us out to lunch at Taco Bell and treated us to 7-Eleven. We have enjoyed getting to know her through the years. Ms. Ramirez graduated from Southern Adventist University with a bachelor's degree in science. She spent a year as a student missionary in Zambia and has led and planned over 4 mission trips abroad for Southern Adventist University. She recently received her master's in business administration from La Sierra University. She's been the girls director for Camp Waianae for the last 5 years. She works for the Hawaii Conference as Maui Relief Coordinator, working with families affected by the wildfire, working with organizations such as FEMA, Hawaii Emergency Management, the County of Maui, and local nonprofits to rebuild our Lahaina church property and provide community projects to help those affected. On her free time, you can find her hiking, surfing, spending quality time with her friends, or reading on the beach. She's lived in 6 states and has been to 5 of the 7 continents, has skydived, bungee jumped, and whitewater rafted in crocodile-infested waters. Speaks 2 languages, rode a camel in the Sahara Desert, and her favorite snack is spicy ahi roll from 7-Eleven. She's a wonderful person, adventure seeker, an awesome teacher, and we love her. Please welcome Mr. Ramirez to the stage.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you, Jax. Thank you so much, Hawaiian Mission Academy Windward Campus graduating class of 2025. It is an honor of a lifetime to be with you today. When I got the call of asking to be your graduation speaker, I was in the middle of the frozen food aisle at Costco. I was surrounded by carts, chaos, and lots of frozen pizza. When I heard the invitation, I lit up so fast, took my headphones out, and had the biggest smile. So much so that an uncle nearby said, "You got good news?" And I said, "I got the greatest news. I feel like I won the lottery." He just looked at me like I was weird, but just kept going. And honestly, I felt like I did, because teaching you 5th grade, watching you grow, and now standing beside you as you graduate is like winning the lottery for me. It's like a reward of a lifetime seeing you become these young adults. Going to high school, I'm so excited for you. I've had the joy of knowing many of you just beyond the classroom. Sabbath school mornings, I've had the privilege of seeing you guys at summer camp every summer and watching you play sports. Amazing job, ladies and gentlemen. Watching you grow from curious, silly 5th graders into young men and women that you are today, it has been an honor of a lifetime that I will always treasure. Give it a hand for our graduating class. It feels like a lifetime ago you guys all walked into my 5th grade classroom every single morning. Some of you were wide awake, full of stories. "Ms. Ramirez, guess what I did yesterday?" Others were still rubbing their eyes, silently praying for more sleep. You know who you are. There on the board, every day, you would see a bell-worked prompt waiting for you on the board. You never failed to surprise me with your wit, your imagination, and your honest answers every single morning. We have such creative writers going into high school, and I can't wait what's in store for you. You were a class filled with curiosity, and I remember the questions you would ask. "Ms. Ramirez, what would it take for you to let me see my blood under the microscope?" We weren't doing that. You would ask, "Ms. Ramirez, class Olympics was so much fun. Can we have it every single day?" But I had a great time having a class Olympics with you guys every day. And I don't know if it was this class, but definitely someone in our homeroom asked, "Ms. Ramirez, what happens chemically if I microwave a fork?" Thankfully, we didn't find out, because I said that is dangerous and we're not doing that. But you guys were a class filled with imagination and curiosity. That year together was more than just academics with you guys. It was laughter, it was learning, and it was growth. Not just for you, but for me too. And now here we are, not just older, but wiser, kinder, and stronger. I brought a couple of pictures from our time together if you direct your attention to the screens. It was a year full of spirit weeks, dress-ups, and smiles underneath our masks. Having our desks separated by 3 or more feet, making sure that we all had our temperature taken in the morning. It was such a joy and a wonder to share this room with you, even though we were in the midst of the pandemic. One that made every day a little adventure, and I treasure that year more than you know. Look at these pictures. Aren't they adorable at 5th grade? Alrighty. A few weeks ago, we had the privilege of having lunch together and having some sweet treats at 7-Eleven after. I loved every minute of it. We laughed, we talked, and I got to ask you some questions. And your answers honestly reminded me of how special each and every one of you are. Sophia, our basketball star, and the oldest sibling with the heart of a caretaker. I've seen how you carry yourself with quiet strength, gentle leadership. Being the eldest comes with a lot of unspoken responsibility, and you've embraced it with grace. You are kind, an avid reader, and a person who notices when someone needs help and steps in without being asked. When I asked you, hey, Sophia, what advice would you have for your younger self? You said, prepare yourselves. Your siblings will grow and change. And I said, is that a good thing or a bad thing? She's like, I'll let you know. But you still love them unconditionally. You love them so much. And that answer hit me. It shows how deeply you care for them, how much you're growing in empathy and in patience, and how you're learning to love not just the people for who they are now, but who they can become. That wisdom is most adults are still trying to figure that out, and you have shown it to us every single day. I can't forget your choice between a puppy-sized elephant or an elephant-sized puppy. And you went with the tiny elephant, of course. You wanted to hold it and cuddle with it. And that just tells me how much you appreciate the small things. You find joy in the gentleness and the softness of the world that not everyone takes time to see. You're strong, not just in the ways that you play in the court, but the way you show up for others. Keep using that strength today and always, rooted in love and focused on others. Danica, you are an unstoppable spirit. You have always had this spark, this drive that pushes you to lead and to show up with boldness. Whether it's in the field, in the classroom, or during a recess game, your presence is always felt. You're a natural athlete, not just because you're talented, but because you put your heart into everything you do, in sports, in academics, in singing, and everything you do, and that is a treasure. I'll never forget your answer when I asked you, hey, Danica, would you rather be stranded on an island alone or surrounded by a crowd who didn't speak your language? And you said, you know what, Ms. Ramirez, I'd rather have the tools on the island to rescue myself. Wow, I said, Danica, that is such an amazing answer. Independent, resilient, and practical. You don't wait for someone to save the day. You figure it out. You build the boat yourself, even if it means paddling by yourself with your arms. And that kind of strength is rare. And then in fifth grade, I don't know about now, you loved turtles. Every single day, she would come into the classroom with a new fact about turtles, or every art project, Ms. Ramirez, can I draw a turtle? And I said, well, we're doing different type of art, but try to incorporate that somehow. Which says a lot about you too. Turtles are steady, determined, and they carry their home with them wherever they go. Kind of like you bring your strength and your leadership to every space you enter. You know who you are, and you carry that with identity and confidence. You are bold, you are brave, and I can't wait to see where that courage takes you next. Jax, the blessed one among the girls. You've carried yourself in quiet strength, a calm in the middle of the chatter and the energy that these girls bring to the classroom, a steady presence in the sea of energy. I remember when I was teaching in 5th grade, you invited me to your birthday party. And it was a giant recess session. Everyone in school came back to school, and we just played tag and just had giant recess. I remember that you also taught me a little bit about what roadblocks was, because I had no idea what it was. So you would constantly talk about the adventures you would have. You may not have been the loudest in the room, but when you did speak, it was always with kindness, thoughtfulness, and just the right amount of humor. You got a sweetness about you that stands out, whether it's in the basketball court, where I got to see you many sports teams. You're a 3. I remember a 3 that you did. It's still in my head. It was amazing. Or in class with your gentleness that you brought into every day. You reminded us all that you don't have to be loud to be a leader. God's going to do amazing things through you, and I can't wait to see what's next. Ella, my Taylor Swift connoisseur. We would always talk about how much we wanted to go to the Eras tour, but we had no tickets. With a heart as golden as your playlist, you always have this beautiful rhythm about you. You're kind, thoughtful, and always ready to say thank you after every class that I would teach, even the ones in Sabbath school. One of my favorite memories with you is that during Sabbath school, we would start with singing songs, and I only know about 4 chords on the ukulele. And every time we would sing, we would all just patiently wait for Ella to walk through the door so she could save the day and we could sing with better playing chords, because I only knew 3. But I always remember of how willing you were to help us out. You carry yourself with gratitude so naturally. It's just part of who you are, and it's a rare gift. I'll never forget watching you play volleyball. Many games where we were there to cheer with your family and friends, but there was one game in particular where you served about 10 straight points or more. And there was one final serve that you would win the entire game. Everyone was watching, everyone was cheering, and I looked at you and I said, in my mind, I said, if I were Ella, I would be so nervous right now. But you didn't seem nervous at all. You knew what you were capable of doing, and you did it. You guys won that game. That's what makes you stand out. You're not just skilled. You're someone who lifts others as you shine, the way you uplifted your teammates as well. When I asked you what advice you would give to your younger self, you said, join more sports. And that made me smile because it shows that you've discovered your own strength over time. You've grown in confidence and have learned to take up your own space, to lean into things that bring you joy and challenge you like volleyball did. Ella, you are steady, sincere, and you radiate light in a quiet, consistent way. Whether it is through a smile, a serve, or a Taylor Swift lyric, God has given you the ability to connect and inspire with others. Keep choosing joy, keep playing hard, and never be afraid to show up fully as the kind, courageous person you are. Allie. Though I didn't have the privilege of teaching you in 5th grade, I quickly learned during our lunch together that you are someone I will never forget. You're sharp, you're observant, and just a little bit mysterious. You have what I call a detective energy. Honestly, the FBI might come knocking sooner than you think to recruit you. Your attention to detail and your ability to read a room is elite. And I always have in mind when you said, Ms. Ramirez, if you need to find someone, just give me their first name. I got it from there. You brought so much fun energy to that lunch, and I can only imagine what you did for your class. When I asked you and said, what would you give advice to your younger self, you didn't hesitate to tell me. I would tell my 5th grade self to invest in Bitcoin. I mean, that's some serious foresight. Most 5th graders are thinking about snack time and play dates, and you were thinking about financial strategy. That mix of humor, intelligence, and wit is what makes you such a standout, and it's been a privilege getting to know you. When I see you, I see someone who is curious and capable, and someone who isn't afraid to ask questions, investigate, and dig deeper. God has given you a brilliant mind and a spirit of discernment. Use it. Whether you're solving mysteries, chasing new ideas, or exploring passions on your own, lean into the way He has wired you. You are one of a kind, and you are just getting started. One thing that stood out during our conversation as we all went to lunch was when I asked you the highlight of your 8th grade trip, you said your 8th grade trip without hesitation. And I said, okay, very nice. What was your favorite part of your 8th grade trip? It wasn't the dolphins, it wasn't the boat ride, it wasn't the tubing through the mountain or the zip line. You said it was playing sardines. A simple game that could be played anywhere, but it wasn't about the activity. It was about the people you got to play with. You were laughing together, grabbing ankles, being silly, and just enjoying each other's friendship and company. And that's what makes this class so special. It's what you'll carry with you, because at the end, it's not the flashy moments we remember most, but the people beside us when we're just simply being ourselves. As you read, I moved a lot growing up. Different schools, new friends, different states, new places. And when I was in 8th grade not too long ago, I thought the H1N1 pandemic would be the only one I would live through. MySpace was the way I found new music, not Spotify, and Instagram had just been launched. A game called Angry Birds was constantly on my iPod Touch, and I would play it during my downtime. But after graduating 8th grade, I moved from Houston, Texas, a big city, to a small town in the middle of Arizona. And I won't lie to you, I did not like it. I didn't want to make friends. I was angry at my parents. I was bitter. I was homesick. I just missed the people I left behind. But looking back, I see something different now. I felt lost, but my family never left me. I felt alone, but God was always there with me. All of those times where I thought what I was feeling was not the truth. The truth was that I am never alone, and it's the same truth for you today. Times may come, but also beauty is as well. So don't lose hope and remember who has your back. All of these people here have loved you every single step of the way, and that's not going to change from this day on. So remember, you're never alone. Before you step into high school, I want to remind you this. Your Heavenly Father loves you so much, and He is extremely happy that He made you. He loved you so much that He gave His only Son to come down and die for you. Your value was and is locked in at the cross. It is not determined by how many points you score at the volleyball game or the basketball game. It's not determined by your grades or how many friends you have. It's not even based on how much people like you. Your value is in what God says you are, His child. You are loved, you are chosen, and you are enough. So no matter what changes ahead, He will be with you. Through every joy, through every challenge, you are never alone. So during our year together, we had classroom jobs. We had pest control, the students who were in charge of the cockroaches coming in, or the cleanup crew after our gingerbread competitions, but one of them was the plant pro. We had many plants in our classroom that year. Many survived, majority didn't. We watered, or in our instance, overwatered them every single day, but one of them that has actually journeyed with you to this day. There is a fig tree in Mrs. Scott's room that has stood by you ever since I was there. People have watered it, have taken care of that tree, and it's now bigger than it once was, as are you. I have a gift under your chair. So at this time, you can reach under your chair and I have a gift there for you. You can check. Under your seat, you'll find a small packet of seeds. Each one with a different flower. It's there. It's just like a little, it's taped down in there. Yeah, just have to reach down. Just make sure, there we go, they got it. All right. It might be tiny, even easy to overlook. It's in there, yeah. But I promise you they're full of potential. Like these seeds, you are also ready to grow. These middle school years have been your soil. Your roots are starting to stretch, and now it's time to be transplanted into something new. Did you find it? No, you'll find it, okay, there. High school, new expectations, new responsibilities, and yes, it could be scary, but with the right amount of care, the right environment, and the faith God has, and the faith you have in God, those seeds will grow into something beautiful, strong, and fruitful. You don't always have to get it right, and life doesn't always follow an exact blueprint. There will be pain, confusion, and setbacks, but your job isn't to have it all figured out. Your job is to keep growing, to stay rooted in Him, and to be open to what God is doing, especially when you don't understand it yet, because you are a seed. Remember that meaning isn't something we find. It's something we create together, nurturing it, watering it, and growing. And you are just getting started. May your dreams be bigger than your fears. May your faith be stronger than your doubts. And may the odds be ever in your favor. And may your life reflect the one of who made you. So congratulations, class of 2025. It has been an honor. The future starts now. Grow and build it. You got it. Thank you.
Good evening. On behalf of Hawaiian Mission Academy, we are excited to recognize these amazing students. Mr. Tate and your staff have set a foundation for the students not only academically, but spiritually. Without their hard work and dedication, these students would not be where they are today. We see that in this current class of 2025, but we also see that in the amazing alumni that move on to Hawaiian Mission Academy. Thank you, Mr. Tate, your amazing staff, and of course this amazing community that supports all of these students and from here and beyond. Now to recognize your students and their dedication and hard work. Graduating with high GPAs is not easy. And this class has managed to all graduate with the highest GPAs. Hawaiian Mission Academy would like to honor their hard work and dedication with an Academic Excellence Award in the amount of $500 each that they will be able to use at Hawaiian Mission Academy. When I call your name, please come receive your award certificate. Jax. Danica. Ella. Sophia. And Allie. Congratulations, and we're so excited to see where God will lead in your future.
All right, so we hand out every year the Wally Yamashiro Award. Now, if you don't know what that is, it goes to the highest GPA in the class. If you don't know already, that's a problem. Four problems. It's $200 to the highest GPA. Well, we have 4.0 students. So the problem is you're going to have to share. So I'm going to call you up and give you your part of $200. Now, the nice part about this, and not to one-up HMA, but this one's a cash award. So you get to spend this one not on the jewel that you would get here, but on whatever it is your parents allow you to buy. So let me just call you up and give you some money because you deserve it. But just so you know, I didn't know what the Yamashiro Award was about. And we have a donor every year that takes care of bringing in this donation. And so it's in honor of the memory of Dr. Wally Yamashiro. He loved this school. And he knew this school as Windward Adventist School. Schools change names, but the love of Jesus and what we try to do here doesn't change. And he really appreciated what we did. And in honor of him, that's why this award is coming to you today. And he was a huge champion of Adventist education and devoted many hours here. And and the memory of him is honored by the work that you've done here. And that's why you're receiving this award, not just because you're special and people love you, but because you put in the work. And when you put in the work, we want to honor you. And that was the spirit of Dr. Yamashiro. So, Jax Kierstein. Danica Klein. Ella Price. And Sophia Scott. All right. Now, Miley. Usually this is Miss Scott up here saying the names and then I hand it out, but she's a parent this year. It's tough for her to sit on the sidelines and watch it happen, but she did make it happen. Let's be clear about that. So she's just watching her work happen. All right. Graduates, you should probably put that stuff on the ground.
Do you need this?
You're going to hand it to me.
Jax William Kirstein. Danica Amberly Klein.
got mad at me. They're like, don't forget to turn the tassel. And I wouldn't let them leave until I turned the tassel.
Ella Louise Price.
Didn't quite get that. Can we try this one more time? Okay.
Sophia Lilia Scott. Alexandra Marie Spira.
All right, congratulations. You're graduates of 2025 from 8th grade. All right, I got you. All right, now we have this graduating class and we have next year's graduating class of 2026. Can you rise? All right, I'm going to pray us out and then we'll end this. Just as a reminder, we have a reception put on by the 7th grade class back there. If you're looking over here, you can see the big posters. One is upside down on purpose. Go greet our 8th graders afterwards after they go out. You are such a special class. Let's bow our heads for prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for these amazing graduates, the excellence that each one of them has shown. We love you and they love you, and we are honored that they can go out into your world, spread your love, and be as awesome as they can be. In your name, amen.